I'm going to show you how easy it is to navigate on the BenQ boards and how pretty awesome that they are. I already have it turned on, but your power button is over on the right hand side. When the board is turned off, that power button is red. You'll click it and it'll turn green. And you'll immediately log into the, get to the login screen. What's really cool from here is if you don't have a login or you really just need a quick access to the whiteboard, you can immediately click on the Easy Write. It'll get you to the whiteboard. And I'll show you all of those features in just a second. I'm going to click back on home. There's multiple ways to get back to the home screen, and I'll show you all of those. So right now I'm going to log in. So your login is going to be your email address and your network password. So whatever you use to get into your computer and Google. Almost there. I will tell you, after you've logged in once, you can click on recent users and it'll automatically populate it for you. So like both Lindsay and I are actually in the recent users, but I wanted to go through that whole process. So you use your on-screen keyboard to type in your email address, make sure your name is spelled correctly, and your network password, the one, and I'm going to click login. Lindsay will show you how to log into the BenQ AMS website where you can change your background like I did, so you can customize it a little bit. Alright, so here, this is on our landing page, we have three options. We have wireless projection, whiteboard, and file manager. We're going to kind of go in backwards order. So I'm going to start with the file manager. File manager is where you can go to get to your Google Drive. And as Lindsay showed you in her little video about the BenQ AMS, you're going to link, you have to make sure your Google Drive is linked. And the way you'll know is you'll see the little links next to Google Drive. So I'll click on Google Drive, My Drive, and all of my files are here. So if I wanted to go to digital learning, and let's see, my Tech Tuesday, I can see, let's just try downloading it and see. Nope. Preview it online. So here are my slides that I used for our Gmail cleanup presentation at the beginning of our Tech Tuesday summers. Alright, so you have access to everything that's in your Google Drive right here. How awesome is that? To get out of this, to go back to our landing page, there's a couple things you can do. The home button is at the bottom right next to your power button, but you can also click on this little arrow, and it's on both sides. And if you've used a smart board, then you know about the floating tools on the side of the board. If you need to go back one page, so I want to go back to my Google Drive, I can click the back button and it's going to take me to, steps forward. So this is the window that I was at right before this one. If I want to get completely out of it and go to home page, I'm going to click home and it takes me right back here. Whiteboard is the next thing. And again, you can get to this without even logging into your BenQ. Click whiteboard. So whiteboard, you have two pens, and you click on your pen options. You can change your colors. You can change your pen types, how you want them to look. You can write with basically anything. Let's say I'm going to change my color. Write with your finger. You can write with your pens, something soft, whatever. Paintbrush, if you click on the paintbrush, you can actually use the paintbrush and it'll look like a paintbrush. So whatever the width of whatever you're writing with, it's going to show that on the board. Let's see. There's my eraser. You can erase one thing. Actually, sorry, I was thinking smartboard. Or you can erase everything at one time. Now, here's what's really awesome is your toolbox. Toolbox. You can add a calculator. I'm going to kind of move it up here. But watch this. You can add your equation here, and it'll calculate it for you there. You can see that. What if I can add stopwatch? I want to. So lots of various things. Let's see. I want to randomly choose some numbers. Let's draw 3 numbers, and we're going to start from 1. And let's say all of my kids have numbers. I have 15 kids in my class. So I'm going to click start. So it's a randomizer, and it's going to choose 3 different kids. So number 12. Number 4, and number 2. Come on up and show me how you did your math problem. Just to get out of these, click X. But watch this. There's lots of other things in here that you can do. There's a scorekeeper. But this is what's really awesome. You have 3 sections of your board. 3 different kids can be writing at the same time. So watch this. All 3 kids can write at the same time. Now, and kids worry about other kids writing into their section. So this will not go there. We'll go here. So each student can be writing in their area all at the same time. And they all have their own editing tools. So they can all be writing with different colors at the same time. How cool is that? Anything that you put on the BenQ board in your whiteboard can be saved, just like with Smart. If you have students that are absent or you have a really good lesson, you want to save it and show other classes, everything can be saved. So I'm going to click on home to get out of it. Well, it's still there. Click save, or don't save if you don't need it, but it'll save it and it'll save it into your documents. And then you can upload it later or share it later. Now I'm going to get back to home. All right, last thing I want to show you is wireless projection. This is where you can cast or mirror what is on your Chromebook or your computer to the BenQ board. We're going to click on wireless projection. A couple of things I want to show you before. One, your Chromebook has to be on the same network as your device. So my board is on eTeach. So my Chromebook has to be on eTeach. So that's one thing. You can also, if you want multiple students, so if you want your students to cast to or show a screen, or teachers in the room, you can have more than one of your casting list. So we would normally start with probably just 1 if I'm going to do my board. But I can have up to 9 students at a time showing me their boards. But again, we all have to be on the same network in order for that to work. So, in order to do that, I'm on my Chromebook. And here I'm going to click on my launch button. I have already added InstaShare as an app. If I can find it, InstaShare is at the bottom. And you'll see connect, so I'm going to click connect. And it's going to say, it says to enter my password. So I checked it and it makes sure that my device name is the same as what came up there. And to get my password, you would use these letters if you were going to cast from your desktop computer. The desktop, you have to download the app, but it's not on Wi-Fi, it's wired in. So you would look for these letters in order to access this device. But the password, when it asks for the secret code, you're going to click on the settings icon and then type in this password. So 02, whatever's there, 026115. Type that in. So once I've put in the password, you're going to see you have an option, start casting or screen mirror. The biggest difference is with start casting, you'll hear the sound come out of the device. Otherwise, with screen mirror, it's just going to show exactly what is on your screen. So I'm going to click on start casting and choose my screen. So if you have more than one screen, it may show, and share. So everything that I have on my computer now will be on the BenQ board. If I want to go to YouTube or whatever, this is an easier option. If you don't want to log into or go into your Google Drive, you can screencast straight from here. Now once you're done casting, all you have to do is click back on your home button and get back to the main screen. From here to log out, a couple of things. You can physically log out. You can also turn it off. If the board sits idle for 30 minutes, then it'll automatically log you out as well. So if you just turn it off and you leave the room and you come back, you will have to log back in again if you turn it back on. So that kind of saves you as well. One thing I didn't show you was eventually everybody will have an NFC card. And so if I log out, my card isn't set up yet, but once it is, this is another way you'll be able to log in. So you'll click on where it says scan. You can click log in, or you can click scan NFC card, and all you'll do is tap it to that. If this were linked to my account, I'd be able to log in right away. As of right now, it's not quite linked yet, but everyone will eventually get a login card. So you have a couple of different ways to log into your board. What's really neat is you don't have to, or you can go to any room and log into any board by doing the same thing. So pretty easy, pretty awesome. If you have any questions or hit any problems, let us know. We'll be glad to help.